Do you actually think that you're the only one that is struggling or is trying? God damn it. Guerrilla Warfare X. Now, what is there left to say in this whole operation between the two of us? Do you really think that you're the only one that is struggling to make something of yourself or skill up? You know, I know that I've come on social media to talk about things, but I don't feel like I'm a piece of shit, and I don't think that you could possibly be right about any of these perceptions that you have about me. But for the record, and I'm getting sick of this discussion, I am making a note to myself that when I get done with this video, to find my wallet so that I know where it is, so that I can find it easily if somebody comes, so that I make better use of my time to locate it and put it in a good location so that I know where it is, and to locate my phone and have it charged so that tomorrow when I wake up, the first thing I can do is call Tom's Driving Academy and schedule a driving lesson. Your point that you tried to make is that you've seen the trailer that I live in on Google Maps. Well, good for you. My family didn't always live in this trailer, though. Like many American families, once my dad went into retirement, my family started its downward decline. You know, it started to make less money once he lost his job. At one point, my father was pulling in over $100,000 a year. You know, I don't know what you would say to that. I know that, how do I put this? Some some people will never get that high up on the corporate ladder. My dad and his name means something to people in the tech space. He was one of the giants of the IBM. Sometimes I will find people who are aware, of who he was just randomly, hackers and people that are, aware of who Stephen Tidwell actually was. But you, as my little critic that's trying to chain me and all this, you said in this whole response that, you're, God damn it. That sucks. I can't believe I have to make all the things that I want to say to this stupid little chud into a video format. Well, first of all, let's get this out of the way. Um, Pretty soon enough, thank God, I welcome this. Like, because of what you've said and what you've revealed, I can't wait for the machines and the robots that are emerging to destroy what's left of blue collar work. You know, I can't wait for it. It'll be exciting. I'm excited for it to happen. And because your father didn't give you a dime of your money and he taught you the value of hard work, I guess you think that makes you special. I don't care though, and I'm under no obligation to value hard work just because you were taught to value it. And I don't, and I'm proud to get up here and say this, and I don't care if my audience knows this, and I don't care how transparent it is because I don't feel any shame about it. I don't value hard work, and I'm proud not to. On top of that, what I value is working smarter, not harder, you know? And what you do and what you've done, all that this does is make me waste time responding to you, and even bothering to make these stupid little response videos is a complete waste of time. I have better things to do with my time. Um, for instance, I could be locating my wallet so that I could put it up where I can find it for that driving lesson, or I could be locating my phone so that I could have it charging, and then going and watching something like I downloaded, and to enjoy, what's left of my day while I get to sleep, so that I can, you know, uh, catching up on a bunch of those shows, for instance, that I have downloaded, so that I can save the space, and then having all that shit located so that, until I fall asleep, so that I can call Tom's Driving Academy and get in for figure out when they're going to reschedule my appointment for, because I've been paying a driving school to finish teaching me how to drive. You value hard work because that's what's been instilled in you as a blue collar worker, but I am very of the mentality white collar or bust. You say that you see the trailer that I live in. Well, you know what? I know you want me to be ashamed of that, but guess what? Conspicuous consumption. I will not struggle or feel pressure and struggle just because you've made so much with yourself. I will not feel ashamed as you leave me in the dust. I won't feel any of that, you know? Because what you're trying to do is get me trapped in a game of conspicuous consumption. The expenditure or consumption of luxuries on a lavish scale in an attempt to enhance one's prestige, you know, that's what you're trying to do. It's a term used to explain the consumer practice of purchasing or using goods of a higher quality in greater quantity than might be considered necessary in practical terms. More specifically, it refers to the spending of money or the acquiring of luxury goods and services in order to publicly display the economic power of one's income or accumulated wealth. To the conspicuous consumer, such displays of discretionary economic power is a means of either attaining or maintaining a given societal status. I hold people who value status in contempt. I look down on them, and I'm not sorry about that. If you value social status, get the fuck out of my life. I don't give a shit about it. And I'm proud that I don't give a shit. Anybody who values it is a fucking subhuman mongrel who I'm better off without, and the world's better off if they die. They're filth, and they should be purged. I don't give a shit about this little thing of yours. You know, this is what you want to do. You want to build, you want to be of value to society, and you say these things. You say, you know, being well adjusted. You talk about things. You say that you're well adjusted. You're a well adjusted person to our civilization. But you know what I think about America? You want to know what I really think? I think that in America, being unhealthy is the norm. So being well adjusted to American society is just getting adjusted to the sickness that prevails in the culture that surrounds us. So you say and lord over me that you are well adjusted to the civilization that you live in, but all I have to say to that, Huxley, oh no, and I will go to my grave about this. The real hopeless victims of mental illness are to be found among those who appear to be the most normal. Many of them are normal because they are so well adjusted to our mode of existence because their human voice has been silenced so early in their lives. They do not even struggle to develop symptoms as the neurotic does. They are normal not in what may be called the absolute sense of the word. They are normal only in relation to a profoundly abnormal society. Their perfect adjustments to that abnormal society is a measure of their mental sickness. These millions of abnormally normal people living without a fuss in a society to which, if they were fully human beings, they would not be well adjusted. Power adjusted. That's right. The people that are well adjusted to our society and are adjusted to it are not fully human. And you're just demonstrating signs that you're adjusted to that profoundly sick society. You're not fully human. And I said it, and I will go to my grave with that position. So now, you told me that you're a blue collar worker. I think that here on YouTube, people have finally picked up on it. You've finally picked up on something that you've probably long suspected about me by making these comments, but I've looked down on blue collar workers my entire life, and I'm not sorry about it. I look down on the blue collar with contempt, and I look forward to them all being replaced by machines. So things that I'm going to do when I finish making this video is to just coldly walk away, make sure my phone's charging, locate my wallet, put it in a good location so I can easily find it, and then when I need to go somewhere or to my driving lessons, and then start thinking about watching a video and ignoring all this drama, so that I can call Tom's Driving Academy to schedule lessons to finish learning how to drive tomorrow. And I will look forward ultimately to when I finished learning how to drive so that I can contact PCC and learn how to use a soldering iron, and get some hands-on experience with a soldering iron. I have a plan, and I know that my business is making chump change compared to what you're making at your blue-collar job, but good for you. You're out competing me, and all I feel about that is look at how profoundly sick American society is. It's turned the pursuit of social status into the one thing that it values the most, and it's engaging in a game of conspicuous consumption. I will not buy things to impress you because I don't like you. I will not consume luxury goods or services in order to impress you because I don't really like you. One of the best pieces of financial advice I was ever given was don't drink, don't buy things to impress assholes you don't really like, etc. Those kinds of things. And those are the two biggest pieces of financial advice that I would tell people myself. Don't drink, don't buy things. Empirical Daily, you get up $2.5 million. Any asshole in the world knows what to do. You put 80% in the VTSAX, and now on a price of every publicly traded company, from the factory floor to the CEO, is working to make you richer. Put the other 20px in the BBTLX for your bonds, smooth the ride, use the 4% rule, and pull your $100,000 a year to spend. Don't buy a fucking house. Who needs the headaches? Rent yourself a nice place. Let the landlord worry about fixing the fucking toilets. You need a car? Get an indestructible economy shitbox, and you're done. That's your base, Jimmy. That's your fortress of fucking solitude that puts you the rest of your life at a level of fuck you. Somebody wants you to do something? Fuck you. Your boss pisses you off? Fuck you. Keep a few bucks in the bank to pay your bills. Don't buy shit you don't really want to impress assholes you really like. Don't drink. And that's all the advice I have to say to anybody on a social level. Did your grandfather take risk? I guarantee you he did it from a position of fuck you. A wise man's life is based on fuck you. The United States of America is based on fuck you. You're a king, you got an army, greatest navy in the history of the world. Fuck you, blow me, we'll blow it up ourselves. The position of fuck you. I love that particular piece of advice. What you are trying to get me locked in with you is a game of conspicuous consumption, which is, the consumer practice of purchasing goods or services of a higher quality than may be considered necessary in practical terms, just to impress assholes like you who I would rather die than be friends with. So, you care so much about your little games at Prestige, and I don't give a crap about any of that. And it's good for me that I don't, It's good that I don't, It's my quality of life will be a lot better because I don't give a shit about any of that. I don't need that fucking headache, and I don't want it. So I'm just gonna do what it takes to prepare for tomorrow, and not worry so much about the cars that go by or what fucking people like you think. That sucks. I can't believe I have to make all the things that I want to say to this stupid little chud into a video format. Well, first of all, let's get this out of the way. Pretty soon enough, thank God, I welcome this. Because of what you've said and what you've revealed, I can't wait for the machines and the robots that are emerging to destroy what's left of blue-collar work. I can't wait for it. It'll be exciting. I'm excited for it to happen. And because your father didn't give you a dime of your money and he taught you the value of hard work, I guess you think that makes you special. I don't care though, and I'm under no obligation to value hard work just because you were taught to value it, and I don't. And I'm proud to get up here and say this, and I don't care if my audience knows this, and I don't care how transparent it is because I don't feel any shame about it. I don't value hard work, and I'm proud not to. On top of that, what I value is working smarter, not harder. And what you do and what you've done, all that this does is make me waste time responding to you and even bothering
to make these stupid little response videos is a complete waste of time.